Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we'll be looking at our updated Game Week 15 wildcard team. So I previously put together a team before the Wednesday night games, but after seeing the lineups, Gundogan and Reece James both being left out of their squads, and also other news from the post-match interviews, we have had to make some changes to our wildcard team. And yeah, so honestly, after building this new updated team, I'm so jealous of you guys still with your wildcards, because I would kill to have this team right now, honestly, and I'm actually very confident of it. But before we get into it, please help me out and click that subscribe button. I will be posting a lot of FPL related content in the coming game weeks, which you don't want to miss out on. And also, I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers before Christmas. So please help me out, make it a Merry Christmas and hit that button, and let's get straight into our team. Alright, so I've built this team around a squad value of about 100.9 mil, slightly higher than the previous wildcard, but I actually got feedback that the average team value should be around 101 mil right now. So this team value still is quite affordable for most of us. So in goal, I've chosen to go with Ramsdale and Guaita. So I've chosen to go with two playing keepers still. And yeah, once again, we are looking long term here, further into the season, and we want to make this wildcard last. So Ramsdale and Guaita, they can rotate very nicely for us and take us quite far into the second half of the season. So we're going to go with them in goal. Now next up in defense, we have Johnson, Cancelo, Trent, Alonso and Lamptey. So Reece James doesn't make the cut because he's injured and we don't really know his status at the moment and how long it will take for him to be fit again. So the natural replacement for him is Alonso, who is more than capable of getting us attacking returns as well. And as for Trent and Cancelo, they're pretty much non-negotiable at this point of the season, so we have to have them. And looking at the other two defenders, Johnson and Lamptey, I've been raving about West Ham's good run of fixtures coming up after the Man City game, and we want to capitalize on that, so I've chosen Johnson, who's a really good and cheap option into the West Ham defense, and he's currently starting ahead of Kufal. So even if Cresswell comes back from injury, Johnson may still retain his spot. And as for Lamptey, Brighton's defense this season has been quite impressive overall, and we all know that. And Lamptey currently plays right midfield, which is a real bonus. And I know he didn't start against West Ham over the midweek games, but honestly, I do feel that it was because he's being rested, because he just came back from a recent bout of injuries that kept him out for quite a while. So it isn't wise for him to play so many games on the spin right away. But I'm confident he's a starter and he will retain his spot in the starting 11, and he can get us clean sheet points as well as attacking returns. Now in midfield, we have Bernardo Silva, Gallagher, Salah, Forshaw and Bowen. So I've went with Silva over Gundogan because Gundogan is now injured, and also Silva has been in great form. But something we do have to note about bringing Silva into the team now is that he has played a lot of games back to back. Almost 4 to 5 games back to back, and he may be rested for one game. So if it happens to be the West Ham game over this weekend, we have to expect it, and we have to be able to take that he may be dropped to the bench. But in this team, we will have a very strong bench, so nothing to be worried about. And I'm sure moving forward, he will play rather consistently, so he would be a fantastic asset to have in the team. So next up, we're still keeping Gallagher, Salah and Bowen in our team. No changes from the previous wildcard here, and the only change in midfield other than Silva is bringing in Forshaw for Brownhill. So I've watched the Leeds game, and honestly, Forshaw is really the engine of the Leeds team for me at the moment. And the best part is he's a box-to-box midfielder that takes shots. And I think he took the most shots at goal in the Leeds game against Crystal Palace over the midweek games. And he started a couple of games recently for Leeds already. So he looks to have made the starting 11. And if he can keep his spot, he will be a very good option for us to come off the bench if we need him to. And now up front, we have King, Antonio and Lukaku. So Antonio stays in our team. And I've chosen King over Dennis because Dennis will be going to the African Cup of Nations in the coming weeks. And also King is on penalty. So in general, I like to side the penalty taker when making decisions. And as for Lukaku, he got some minutes tonight against Watford, but actually I think he will start this weekend because he is back to fitness, and he probably won't play the full game, but he will have some minutes, and he's definitely someone that we will want in our team moving forward into the second half of the season, so he makes this wildcard team as well. So lastly, again, I'll be recommending some upgrades for those of you with extra cash in the bank. So if you have an extra 1 mil, I'd go for Benteke over King. I think Benteke showed against Leeds that he is the spark going forward for Crystal Palace at the moment. And another change you can consider is to swap Gallagher out for Maddison. He's picking up a really good, nice run of form recently, and his fixtures also line up quite nicely. Now, if you have an extra 2 mil, I upgrade Johnson to Reguilon for those of you who don't want to triple up on West Ham assets. Or you can choose to upgrade Forshaw to Emil Smith-Rowe. And lastly, the last upgrade I can recommend for you if you have an extra 2 mil is Kings to Watkins, who has also picked up under Gerrard, and I think he's also one who's on my watch list at the moment. I may bring him in, I do not know, but he's definitely someone to keep an eye out for. Alright, so that's it for our updated wildcard team. Before you leave, please help me out and hit that subscribe button. We can do it. We can hit 100 subscribers before Christmas, so please help me out, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.